Welcome to the Elan Valley. It's looking pretty spectacular. So there's a couple of reasons I wanted to come out here today. Was one of them just to come out and sort of see the water coming down the waterfalls, but also to confess something. So I've done a bit of a thing, and I've bought this. Well, good afternoon all, welcome back to the channel. So a different view from the cockpit today, and most of you will know now from the thumbnail that I have pulled the trigger and I have managed to purchase myself a BMW 1250 GS. I have been searching for another bike for so long, and I think those of you that watched my Spain trip could see how frustrated I was with the Tracer on the tour, and I was in desperate search for another bike. I think while I was so desperate to get another bike and replace the Suzuki that I went down to CMC in Cannock, and I bought the Tracer off a whim, and I knew that as soon as I'd ridden the Tracer away from the showroom it wasn't right, and I spent thousands of pounds and plenty of years trying to get the Tracer right, and it still wasn't right. Even in the Spain trip, it would put a smile on my face some days, and then other days I was just deeply frustrated with it and I wanted to get rid of it, and I had this love-hate relationship with the Tracer. So I picked the bike up in Huddersfield last weekend, and then I took the opportunity to ride back a very scenic route. So home Firth, where Last of the Summer Wine is filmed, over the moor to Glossop, the Woodall Pass. I dropped into Buxton in the Peak District, and then I rode back from the Peak District to Leek via Market Drayton and then back to Shrewsbury. And what a ride it was. I just smile slapped all over my face, so comfy, hardly used any fuel, just a pleasure to ride. So I do a bit of blood biking in my spare time, deliver blood around to the hospitals around Shrewsbury, and part of the blood biking fleet, they've got a 1250 RS and a 1250 RT on the fleet, and I've ridden both of them. They're my go-to bikes when I ride them from Shrewsbury fire station. When I get off them, I mean the RT especially, it's just so comfy, and I get off there and then I got onto my Tracer and it was like sitting on a wooden scaffolding board, and I just used to hate getting back on the Tracer after riding the BMWs. So it was just like every day I'd get on there going, I need a new bike, I need a new bike. So the GS then, I just riding it back from picking it up and then riding it today, it's a different level, an absolute different level. It's like I've grown up, if you know what I mean, in a good way, without becoming too pipe and slippery, if you know what I mean. The bike itself is just oodles of power, low down torque, and just comfort in spades. You can tell straight away that I'm going to spend a lot of hours in this saddle on this bike. But it's just so planted in the bends, obviously because of its weight, and it's just seamless and effortless. I had it in Dynamic Pro coming back from the bike dealer, and I threw it into the bit twisties again, and it sharpens up the handling and it sharpens up the throttle response. Still in Dynamic Pro you can still have a lot of fun on this bike, and it just pulls like a train. It's just effortless, just does everything so well. As we all knew about BMWs, for the last 25 years I've served in the Royal Navy, and he's taken me all around the globe, and I've had such a fantastic career, and I've provided for the family with tours out to Bahrain and tours out to Norway, and I took the family out there for 3 fabulous years out to Stavanger in Norway, which is where the Uneasy Rider channel first sort of started, really. I had all that time on my hands, and I thought, why not stick a GoPro on the helmet and you know, document me riding around Norway. So that's where the channel started, really, in its infancy. Whilst I was still serving in the Navy, I finally submitted my notice, and the notice for the Navy is a whole year to submit the notice, and within that year you can't really look for any work, because you can't really turn around to an employer and say, oh, I finished next year, you know. So I was in a bit of a limbo whilst I was waiting for my notice to finish, coming out of the Navy, and then looking to start a new career. So I've had all that to deal with. I think buying the GS was pretty much part and parcel of sort of a present to myself for that. Do you know what I mean? I wanted something that was going to last me a while, and something that I could tour Europe and the UK on, and that's the intention this year. So I am 50 years old in April this year, so in a month's time I am 50 years old. So not only have I left the Navy and bought myself a motorbike, I've also bought the motorbike for my 50th. And then the plan this year is to do quite a bit of stuff, both myself and with the family, to celebrate my 50th. I don't know if you remember when I did the Normandy trip with Gaz. I've held his arm behind his back, and I've convinced him to come and do the French Alps in August. Yeah, so I've convinced Gaz to do the French Alps in August. So I've planned the route, 8 days, not very long mileage days, but enough. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to keep it to about 250 miles a day, and then we're going to have a couple of days at the same hotel in Castellane, and then we're going to use that as a bit of a base, and then we're going to do a short day. So I'll do a bit of a loop around the mountains on a shortish day, so that we can have a bit of a rest and not tax ourselves too much. But yeah, 8 days coming in August to the French Alps. And then what I like to do is, before I go away on a big trip, I like to do a bit of a shakedown. So take the luggage and everything that I'm going to take with me on the trip, and then just put it through its paces over a weekend. So that'll likely be either Wales or Cornwall, I think, this year, before we go away. So plenty more to come on the channel, and new adventures on the new steed, which is something to look forward to. Oh, there's some water coming down the dams. Nice, that's what I've always wanted to see.